welcome back to my karting channel. This was Grid Series Round 4, and for some reason, I'm not sure why, but this was the 4th and final round instead of the 5th. So again, I'm not sure why this is. If anyone could let me know in the comments, that would be much appreciated. But I've looked around on social medias and other people's accounts, and it seems to have finished for everyone, so I'm not sure why, but yeah. So it was a 25-minute race, and I actually qualified on pole position with a 49.0, I think. So it was quite a good lap from me, because it was a qualifying, then a feature race, then it was another qualifying, then this race. So as you can see, the lights go red here, then the green, get a bit of a poor start, but I managed to get the better of the driver in second. I just straight away go defensive because there's no point trying to attack. I got make a bit too much, turn a bit too early in that corner, make a bit of a mistake, so the driver behind managed to catch up a little bit. And I look back along the straight and see that second and third are actually battling. So I try and use this to my advantage. As you see there, a little look back. I try and use this to my advantage and try and gain as much time as possible on the drivers behind me. So this race is actually pretty boring from a viewer's perspective. It was quite interesting for me because I had to obviously defend and attack and all that, but from a viewer's perspective it's pretty boring. So I'll put timestamps in the description of when battles start to occur, because I do make a few mistakes going into the final few laps, which I probably shouldn't have made, but I made them and I didn't mean to. As you can see there was one of the mistakes, and luckily the drivers behind were battling, so I didn't lose any time to them. So yeah, I'll put the timestamps in the description, so check out the description, and I hope you enjoy the video. So coming along here, I look back along the straight to see Lewis behind me, so I go defensive, miss the apex massively, and he's straight on my tail. So I had to try to defend them off and carry on leading this race. come along this straight, I look left, I look right, because Lewis is all over the back of me here. I go defensive, a bit of an oversteer there. He's right on my tail, I squeeze him into the barrier, and I use the Lewis Highland defensive mechanism once again to fend off Lewis Brooks. Too many Lewises at Team Sport Liverpool here. come along the straight, I don't look back thinking I'm comfortably in the lead. I make a massive mistake going into the combat cart section and makes the move for Lewis. He pushes me a bit out of the way, so I do the same back. And it's a bit of tussling from both of us there. I think it was... Obviously, it's just racing. He went for the move on me. I went for the move on him. Racing happens, and I keep the lead. So this yellow flag here actually ends up being a red flag. We'll stop in a second here. There's the red. I realise I stop, and me and Lewis give each other a little bit of a fist bump because it's good battling. And I actually cut out the red flag because it was just sat there for a minute doing absolutely nothing. But I actually got a penalty for speeding under the yellows here, and I'm not exactly sure how much slower I could have gone because, well, my aim was just to slow everyone down and obviously back Lewis Brooks up right into the drivers behind because I wanted to try and get as much of a jump as possible, because then I thought third would then attack second, who was Lewis. And I went slowly driving very defensively through the combat cart section, and I got a 2-second penalty for speeding. I was a bit shocked because I don't understand how much slower I could have gone, because otherwise I would have then just been absolutely dominated off the start. And yeah, so a bit disappointed, which then cost me second in grid series, or cost me first in grid series, sorry, because again, for some reason, it was only from this round grid series. And I was a bit confused on the night why, because, well, it's a series. It's called grid series for a reason, not just grid night. So yeah, enough of a rant now, because I can't do anything about it now because it's in the past. But yeah, very disappointed. Coming down the down ramp into this right left, I actually make a mistake on the exit here and leave the door wide open for Lewis, and he's fully alongside me now, but I just don't brake and into this section, to the combat cart section now, and I keep into first because Lewis had to back out, otherwise it would have ended up in a crash. So I just used my track knowledge and stayed in first. Come along the final straight now, and the checkered flag is waved, and that is race over. So on track I finished first, but because me and Lewis Brooks, the driver behind, both got 2 seconds penalties, we both got bumped down a position into second and third. So on the standings I finished second and Lewis finished third. So yeah, very disappointed at the fact that I got a 2 second penalty when I personally don't think I did anything wrong, because Again, I don't know how much slower I could have gone. So yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.